Stop scrolling. Stop everything. Because what just happened wasn't supposed to feel this big. Before we go any further, make sure you like this video, comment your theory, and subscribe right now to Jikook Lover, because what you're about to see isn't just another update. This is something that made millions of people freeze, stare at their screens, and ask the same terrifying question at the exact same time. There was no warning, no teaser, no announcement, just one upload, one moment, and within minutes, the entire world changed. He didn't say anything. He didn't explain anything. And yet somehow it said everything. So the question is no longer what was posted. The real question is, what is Jimin trying to tell us? There are moments in history that arrive loudly, with flashing lights and undeniable noise. And then there are moments that arrive in silence, yet somehow echo louder than anything else. This was one of those moments. At first, nothing seemed unusual. The world continued its endless motion. People woke up, reached for their phones, and stepped into routines they had repeated hundreds of times before. Coffee was poured, screens lit up, notifications appeared and disappeared without meaning. It was just another ordinary day. Or at least, it was supposed to be, because somewhere, beyond the awareness of millions, something had already been set into motion. Something small, something quiet, something that, within minutes, would ripple across continents, languages, and time zones. No countdown marked its arrival. No dramatic introduction prepared the world for what was about to happen. And yet, when it finally appeared, it carried a weight that no one could explain. It appeared on Instagram, a platform built on fleeting moments and carefully curated fragments of life. A place where billions of images compete for attention every single day. A place where most posts are seen and forgotten. But this one was different, because this one belonged to someone the world had never truly stopped watching. Within seconds of the upload, something shifted. At first, it was subtle. A few notifications, a few reactions, a few people noticing something new where nothing had been before. Then it accelerated. Notifications multiplied. Hearts appeared faster than the eye could follow. Comments flooded in from every corner of the world. Names, languages, emotions, all colliding in one digital space. It didn't take long before people realized that this wasn't just another post. This was an event. Some fans froze the moment they saw it, their fingers hovering above their screens, unsure whether what they were seeing was real. Others felt an immediate rush of emotion they couldn't explain. A strange mixture of comfort and shock, familiarity and mystery. Because when someone like him appears without warning, it never feels accidental. For years, he had existed not just as an artist, but as something more. A symbol, a presence, a quiet force that could influence millions without saying a single word. His silence had always carried meaning. His absence had always carried weight. And now, his sudden reappearance in this digital space ignited something powerful. People began asking questions almost immediately. Why now? Why without warning? Why this moment? No official explanation followed. No caption that clarified intent. No statement that grounded the moment in certainty. Only the image itself, existing in silence, inviting interpretation. And that silence became louder than any announcement ever could. Within minutes, the impact extended far beyond his immediate audience. Casual observers began noticing the sudden surge of activity. Online communities lit up with speculation. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Conversations multiplied faster than anyone could track. It wasn't just fans anymore. It was everyone. Because his name carried history. His presence carried memory. And his return carried possibility. The name BTS began circulating again with renewed intensity. A name that had already reshaped global music, redefined cultural influence, and connected millions of strangers across invisible boundaries. Yet this moment felt different. Not louder, but deeper. More personal. There was something about the timing that unsettled people. Something about the lack of explanation that made it impossible to ignore. Because in a world oversaturated with constant updates, true silence had become rare. And this silence felt intentional. Fans began analyzing everything. The timing of the upload, the atmosphere surrounding it, the emotional tone it carried. Every detail became a potential clue. Every possibility a potential truth. Because with him, nothing had ever been meaningless. Every action had a ripple. Every appearance had consequences, and every disappearance had left questions behind. Now, those questions had returned, stronger than ever. Some people described the moment as surreal. Others described it as emotional. Some couldn't describe it at all. They only knew that something about it stayed with them long after they closed the app. Because it wasn't just about seeing him again. It was about what it meant. It was about what it could mean. Hope began to grow quietly in places people hadn't realized were still waiting. Memories resurfaced. Emotions long buried suddenly felt close again. And yet, alongside hope, there was uncertainty. Because hope is fragile. Hope asks questions that reality does not always answer. And that is what made this moment so powerful. He hadn't said anything. He hadn't promised anything. And yet somehow, he had changed everything. The world watched. The world waited. The world wondered. Was this simply a fleeting moment, destined to fade like so many others before it? Or was this the first signal, the first crack in the silence, the first sign that something much bigger was already on its way? And if it was, why did it feel like he wasn't just posting something, but reaching out to someone? And the question that now refuses to disappear, the question that continues to divide fans, ignite debates, and haunt millions of minds across the world is this. Was this really just an Instagram upload? Or was it a message meant for someone specific? Someone the world has been watching all along? The longer people stared at it, the stranger it began to feel. Not because of what was obvious, but because of what wasn't. There was no dramatic pose demanding attention. No loud statement forcing interpretation. And yet, the emotional gravity surrounding it refused to fade. Instead, it grew stronger with every passing minute. The numbers continued rising. Millions of likes, hundreds of thousands of comments, an endless wave of reactions pouring in from every direction. It wasn't just engagement, it was obsession. Fans began returning to the post again and again, searching for something they might have missed the first time. Something hidden between pixels and silence. Something that could explain why this moment felt heavier than it should have. Because when Jimin appears, nothing ever exists in isolation. His presence always connects to something larger, something deeper, something that unfolds slowly, revealing meaning only to those patient enough to wait. Across different time zones, people reported the same feeling. A sudden pause, a sudden awareness, as if time itself had briefly shifted, allowing everyone to exist in the same emotional moment regardless of distance. Some fans described chills, others described comfort, and some described fear. Not fear of something bad, but fear of hoping for something they weren't ready to lose again. Because history had taught them that silence often comes before change, and change often arrives when least expected. Meanwhile, the name BTS began trending once more, not through official promotions or scheduled releases, but through pure emotional gravity. No campaign, no announcement, just one presence powerful enough to remind the world that some connections never truly disappear. What made it even more unsettling was how intentional it felt. The timing, the simplicity, the absence of explanation. It didn't feel random. It felt deliberate, as if he knew exactly what he was doing, as if he knew exactly who would be watching. And now, as millions continue to revisit that single moment, unable to fully move on from what they felt when they first saw it, one possibility continues to grow louder inside the minds of fans everywhere. What if this wasn't just a return, but the beginning of something he had been waiting to reveal all along?